This is my snow globe ornament from my Ornament Stick and Stitch pack. You simply peel the design and stick it on to whatever you want to stitch, and I'm using a 3-inch embroidery hoop here. I'm using 2 strands of thread for the back stitch on the tree trunk, and then I'm just doing little straight stitches with 2 strands of my dark green. And I recorded this right as the sun was setting, so that's why my lighting has changed. I'm just using an extra piece of light blue fabric that I had sitting around. Now for the snowman, I'm doing satin stitch vertically, and I just did little straight stitches for his hat and arms, which you'll see a little bit later. And for the snow, I decided to do a satin stitch, but you could do French knots as well. That would also look neat. I started by lining it up to the right edge, so it's sort of this slanted position, which I ended up really liking the look of. Then for the snowflakes, I decided to just do some little French knots. And for the base, I decided to do a satin stitch as well, but I recommend starting at the middle for this one and then angling out. And instead of a French knot, I just used 2 strands and just made one tiny little stitch right here for the button. Now I'm doing a back stitch in silver with the DMC diamond thread the whole way around, and then I'm going to whip it to do the whipped back stitch. I didn't record all of that process, but you'll see the end result and it gives a much smoother finish. And then I decided, since I was doing silver for the snow globe, maybe I would do that also for the reflection. It ended up looking a little bit like a tornado. So if you don't want it to look like a tornado, maybe you could just outline it. Then after rinsing it and drying it using cold water, I did a running stitch the whole way around the outside. And I did rinse and let it dry in the hoop. And here's the dried result. Isn't that so cute? You can make your own by getting the designs in my shop.